Welcome to my Feel Flex Friday Formulation pop music from the 80s. Hey, Monica More Justice. Yeah, I went old school, girl. Went old school. How are you doing today? Smoky Rotten Sun.
Stepping in a rhythm to a Curtis blow. What do you think when your feet just go? With a hit it.
Yes.
What do you think when your feet just go? What do you think when your feet just go? James Brown, James Brown, James Brown, James Brown. You see him, please remind unhappy boyfriend, but he's a genius of love. He's got a legend for freedom, but he's a genius of love. He's so deep.
Let the feet move you. Let your feet do the talking. Go for what you know.
The way you shake over here, you shake over there. Everywhere I look, I see it everywhere.
Hey, Real old school, huh? I didn't remember that song. I remember it now.
Just look at those thighs. The way you shake over here, shake over there, everywhere I look, I see it everywhere.
Yeah, you remember how they used to do the ball? Oh, one of my favorite songs.
There's a body over here, there's a body over there. Before you know it, there's a body
Yeah, great. There was great music back in the day. We just got a new radio station here called 101.9 Groove. And I mean, it hit all the beats, all the music I used to. They used to inspire me when I was younger. We don't have that anymore. We don't have that anymore. We got some, but for the most part, they have taken our music and abused it like most things get abused. You know, our expression of ourselves, our everything gets diminished. This brings back all that memory. Yes, it's different on vinyl. Oh, I love vinyl. I love my record player. I love my records. Yeah. Ain't nothing like them records. Oh my God. You know the one. You know the one. Spin that. I want you to spin it. I spin it. See, my daughter, she's making this board. She's creative. Yeah. She's creative. She made this. Trying to do this. Making stuff. Yeah. There you go. See you later. Yes, it sounds. And then you have the right perfect stereo system. Wow. I miss those days. Having that box stereo system and just have the nice speakers that can just work everywhere. You are the one who makes it feel so real. What am I supposed to do? I'm so young. And realize just somebody else. You are the one who makes it feel so real. Something I'm supposed to do. And I realize just somebody else. What am I supposed to do? I'm singing the lyrics wrong. Yes, we have music with stories. I think that I love stories. And music helps you to write. Music helps you to be creative in the mind. If it's the right music, it'll get you moving to do things. It inspires you. I mean, deeply inspires. My whole life was inspired. This is the foundation of it. This is the foundation of life. You know, kids nowadays, we need to give them that foundation, a better foundation, and continue giving them the right foundation instead of what the music touch, change. This is our natural. That's our natural way. And this made us power. This was empowerment. Those days were empowerment. Hey. That's my song right there. Yeah. I believe in miracles. Where from? You sexy thing, you. 'Cause I believe in miracles. Since you came along, you sexy thing. Where did you come from, baby? How did you know I needed you? How did you know I needed you so badly? How did you know I'd give my heart gladly? That's okay. I was a woman with the own. Now your life comes to me, make it up to me. I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing. I believe in miracles. Since you came along, you sexy thing. Hey, I'm on you, man. What happened to Keith? What happened to Keith? I was looking for him. And I know they like to hide his channel, so what I did is I did beats looking for him. And I still couldn't find him. Thank you, no mosquito. You believe in me? I was trying to find the one, my favorite song, one of my favorite funny songs. I'm feeling down tonight. What you got to do is put a little love on me. Put a little love on me. Might have to time out this one, okay? You can set my soul alight. Oh, girl, it's up to you. Put a little love on me. You know, they had some funny music back then, too. Put a little love on me. 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 All right. Let me pause that real quick. And that's cassette. So let me pause that real quick. I get it now? Yeah, I got it. Oh, I didn't get the pause.
So I've got my essay written, and I've been working on it for about a week. So now I'm going to show you how I use Grammarly to edit. Okay, so here's my essay.
We don't want to hear all that. Here we go. Here we go, family. Oh, they don't give me. Am I sharing?
Three nights ago,
That's my song right there. Hey.
man, I wanted to buck. I was ready to go. This big fat woman put me on the floor. She was ready to go. That chick was ready to go. And then she did a dip, almost broke my hip. She was getting down. That chick was getting down. She wanted to bump some more, but I told her no. You don't knock me down once. You don't knock me down once. She said if you want to dance, find you a big fat man. Don't want that, get on down. Don't want that, get on down. I ain't gonna fuck no more with no big fat woman. I ain't gonna fuck no more with no big fat woman. I ain't gonna fuck no more with no big fat woman. I ain't gonna fuck no more with no big fat woman. I ain't gonna fuck no more with no big fat woman. I ain't gonna fuck no more with no big fat woman. I ain't gonna fuck no more with no big fat woman. I ain't gonna fuck no more with no big fat woman. Somebody take it. She's too big for me. She done knocked me down.
Knock me down.
She came over to me, snatched me out of my seat. She wanted to get on down, still gonna get on down. I told her to go on and leave me alone. I ain't getting down. You done make my hip punch. I know what you do. I ain't gonna fuck with you. I don't feel like getting down. Don't feel like getting down. She just shook her head. Every word I said. She wanted to get on down. That woman was get on down. She did that hip again. And I hit the floor again. She was getting down. Oh, that woman was getting down. I ain't gonna fuck no more with no big fat woman.
Oh, yeah. This is my favorite soul train, so I'm going to share this clip with y'all. Because the lady got me. I might have to rewind it. I'm trying to share my screen. I have to bring it back. Because this is the favorite. This is my favorite soul train one. When the sister gets up there and she knocks him out. She does the thing. She does the damn thing. Let's look at that. I gotta share. Ooh, getting down too. Oh.
Somebody take her. I don't want her. She done hurt me hip.
Broke his
She
hip.
done knocked me down.
Knocked me down.
Hurt me hip. She done knocked me down. Somebody take her. I don't want her. Sally Rock. You can have this one too. Take a big better woman too. I don't want her. I can't have her. Cause it takes two hands to handle the proper alcohol.
This is one of my favorite soul trains.
She's too big for me. She's too much for me.
Do it.
Somebody take her. I don't need.
Yeah, uncle. My uncle was he was a renowned skater. He was good. He's still to this day is a renowned skater. Well, let's go back.
Don't you take it. Don't take it.
I'm every now and then. And karaoke. Yeah, they did it that way. They broke down the culture in that way. Yes, let's get back to our music.
The
Let me
fingers
stop
and I do
that.
this to make a living. We're too busy to do
Let me stop
taxes.
that.
I love doing taxes for self-employed people.
We get back to our music. I think I did something. Oh my goodness. Couldn't keep it in. I'm pretty much going back to the braid style, the African braid style. This is Panani braid. This is Panani braid, but I'm going to be doing some very beautiful braids. I'm going to be doing some. This is pretty much plain braid. I know, right? I need some power music sound to get the music to sound really good. You didn't know why they were fighting over your uncle? You ain't. Yeah, I was. We were the same way. We couldn't understand what these women were telling our uncle. Even though he's a good skater, but he, some of my uncles, they were like, your typical male. Your typical male. Player, Except for one. Except for one. One stayed with one woman the whole time. The other, you might have stayed, I ain't gonna tell you. I used to love this song. Okay.
I want the flat on the ground.
Okay, flat on the ground. Let's get down. Good,
Where's that?
There's a chat.
But what is that?
It says, Viper, you need a power sub and like I was tonight telling that story when they were 7 years old. They didn't understand why women were fighting over the
You don't know that. Are you live? Are you live?
Yeah.
Hi everybody in the chat.
See, this is a happy song. It's happy right here. This is the type of music we would hear at family get-togethers and stuff like that. She's waving at you. I think I would write on that. The posters at the fair. People falling out of those things. I don't trust them. I don't know about y'all, but I don't trust them, and I wouldn't let my children do it. Okay.
Smelly stickers.
Hey, family.
You
Yeah.
smell like something.
Oh, yeah, but I put the.
Smell it.
Okay, I smell it. Go. Okay. I put the. No, I didn't forget about copyright. I got my 1976 Copyright Act, freedom of expression, free expression, enjoyment. I don't own the rights to this recording. I'm not trying to make money off of the recording, and I'm not recreating the will. So, well, let's get into our Feel Flags Friday formulation. That's feel, in other words, let me translate that. Feeling good Friday talk. Okay. What do y'all want to talk about? We can talk about many things. There's so much going on in the community of YouTube that like I always like to say this saying. I don't know who came up with this saying. See if y'all can tell me who came up with the saying. I may be paraphrasing or rearranging things a little bit, but if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything. Who came up with that? Whose saying is that? If you don't stand for something, you will fall for everything. See, we don't realize that what we've been given is not a stand on. It's not nothing to stand on. It's a lie, and it has no good bones. It has no good foundation. All that we've been given does not have no good foundation to stand upon. So in all reality, all true reality is nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. Unless we're standing on our truth. Ben Franklin, Benjamin Franklin, the one who made the money, the dollars, that printer that printed. Good old Benjamin Franklin. The ones who family hid their identity of who they really were, because they were a family who were adopted into, at least on his father's side of the family, because his mother married his father, who was a Jew. Benjamin Franklin's father was a Jew. They come over here and they changed their names, and that's what they did, and fell in as regular white people, regular Caucasian. So they made it so that we wouldn't have anything to stand on, that we would. So if you don't have anything to stand on, they'll give you something to stand on. There was a world, which was our world, once was our world, that didn't have to have police officers, that didn't have our elders in nursing homes, that didn't give kids away or murder children, I should say, because we don't have billy goats, but just to put the general population in the content that I'm speaking of as well. But we say children, okay? So we didn't have such destructive ways at all. But now that we live in a place where people have given us something to stand upon, but it's not sturdy enough for us to stand on. It's not a solid thing. It's not real. It's not stable. But yet, we have news corporations on a daily basis playing mind tricks on us. We have CIA operatives playing real life out here. Nigeria, here in different areas of interest like YouTube. And places like Russia. Don't think they were just in Ukraine. They're probably right underneath the Putin operatives. Because it's real. The fear is real out here. So they have to make sure they have no stone unturned. Nothing that they are blindsided by. they're on top of their game. They see higher on a low level because they're not looking, they're on the low level, but they're looking high above the people's heads that they have brought to their level. So they can be in control and in charge of everything and see like a false psychic can see. Not necessarily false psychic, but a psychic on the low level. But what makes it false is they can see the obvious. They can see the obvious because they have set up everything for people to make certain choices and go certain ways. Predictable. They made the situation predictable. As usual, they always count on their predictability and to control the masses of us. Let me see if I can get some of this dude's video footage. Somebody was telling me, I played it on my YouTube. The guy, let me get my YouTube here, because I was watching The Arrival, and that movie's so boring. I don't know what to do with myself. It's so boring. Hold on.
In their final session, the aliens said, "There is no time." Many
This
become
flashlight
one.
is basically a lightsaber.
I thought I paused this.
This
but-
new
Hold on, let me get this straight. Get to my history. See where I played his video. I don't think I must have not played his video, but I have to play it. I have to find out what his video was. What's the name of his video so I can. Bear with me. I gotta go back to my messenger. That's what they had it. And it's called, not that. It's called, hold on. Okay. Video Matt presents. Hold on. But the thing about it, would we ever know? Would we ever know? This is the video. I'm not going to subscribe, but I'll go to his channel. Hold on. Because he was talking about I'm trying to see, because he's supposed to have, let me go back to his videos channel. Okay. Okay, this is one interesting. This is one interesting
We're
video.
joined now by Dr. Ira Helfand, the immediate past president of the International Physicians for the Prevention of Nuclear War, recipient of the 1985 Nobel Peace Prize. He's also co-founder and past president of Physicians for Social Responsibility and serves on the international steering group of the International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapons, which won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2017. His article, Ukraine and the Threat of Nuclear War, was recently published in The Nation. Dr. Helfand, welcome to Democracy Now!
But the
Just
brother didn't
address
bust a
this
grade.
issue. Can you talk about what is at stake?
I really don't.
Good morning, Amy. And yeah, there's a whole lot at stake, unfortunately. We have found it almost impossible to imagine 30 years after the end of the Cold War that there could be a nuclear war between the United States and Russia. But the crisis in Ukraine is putting exactly that possibility on the table again. If the conflict there spreads, if NATO and Russia get drawn into active combat, both of these blocs have in their military doctrine provision for the use of nuclear weapons if things are not going well in a conventional war. And we have to understand that as long as nuclear weapons are on the table in this way, it is possible they will be used. The consequences would be absolutely catastrophic if even a single 100-kiloton
Now,
bomb
this is
was
one of his
detonated over the
videos.
Kremlin. 250,000 people would die. It was detonated over Washington, over the Capitol, 100,000 people would die, 170,000 people.
And
Hundreds
he
of thousands of people
highlighted
would be injured,
Robert.
overwhelming the ability
Um,
of local hospitals to take care of these patients.
he
But
highlighted
if
the
we escalate to
nuclear
the use of nuclear
bomb.
weapons, it is
You know,
not likely
the
that a
mainstream
single
media ain't
bomb will
gonna
be
talk
used on a
about
single city on
these
each side.
channels
Rather,
and
it's more
these
likely
people
that many cities in each
here that
country would
he
be attacked with many nuclear weapons.
listened to. They're not
And
going
the
to talk
studies that we
about
have
Robert
done back as far back as 2003 show that
Hoffenmeyer,
if just 300
the
of the
nuclear
1,500 strategic weapons that the
one
Russians
who
deploy at this moment, if just
formulated
300 of
or
these weapons detonated over cities in the United States, 75 to 100 million people would die in the first half hour.
uncoded or coded the
The entire
nuclear
economic
bomb. I don't
infrastructure
know.
of the
They're
country
not
would be
going to talk about
destroyed.
him
Everything that the
being
population
in his
depends on
videos
to
or
maintain itself, the internet,
him being
the electric
interested
grid,
in
the
that.
public health system, the food distribution system, it would all be gone. The same thing would happen in Russia with a comparable US attack on Russian cities. And these are just the direct effects. The immediate effects. A war between the United States and Russia would be a worldwide climate disaster. Hundreds of millions, perhaps as much as 150 million tons of soot would be put into the upper atmosphere, blocking out the sun, dropping temperatures across the planet an average of 18 degrees Fahrenheit. In the interior regions of North America and Eurasia, temperatures would drop 45 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. We haven't seen temperatures on this planet that cold since the last ice age. And under these conditions, the ecosystems which have evolved in the last 10,000 years would collapse, food production would stop, and the vast majority of the human race would starve to death. This is what we're facing. And this is the danger we're going to be facing as long as we allow nuclear weapons to exist.
At number 9 is North Korea. North Korea has a military nuclear weapons program and as of early 2019 is estimated to have an arsenal of approximately 20 to 30 nuclear weapons and sufficient fissile material for an additional 30 to 60 nuclear weapons. North Korea has also stockpiled a significant quantity of chemical and biological weapons. At number 8 is Israel. Estimates of Israel's stockpile range between 80 to 90 nuclear warheads, and the country is believed to possess the ability to deliver them in several methods, including by aircraft as submarine launch cruise missiles and the Jericho series of intermediate to intercontinental range ballistic missiles. At number 7 is India. India has developed and possesses weapons of mass destruction in the form of nuclear weapons. Although India has not made any official statements about the size of its nuclear arsenal, recent estimates suggest that India has 130 to 140 nuclear weapons. At number 6 is Pakistan. Pakistan is one
because we know that they're not going to show their hand. They're going to curve around it and make it look like they're not going to show, they're not going to talk about what they do, because the people behind it do more stuff than anybody who would go around shooting people would do, because the people that go around shooting people are more likely angry, discontent, egregious by what the ones who are in control of the media and other factions of this country and the whole world have done. It's been a great effect on people in general, the unrighteousness that's going on. And they're going to look at, or they can even set up some, a lot of times they set up things. Like, I think that Nigeria's situation is definitely a setup situation. And if you don't believe me, do your research and see when all the fighting and craziness started in one of the other African countries, and how Americans were, our government was making up excuses to go in. And it was actually excuses, the excuses were covers to show that we weren't actually contributing to the condition of the country. So playing both sides. So as usual. Okay, so that's over with. So now we got, let me go to here. Let me stop sharing. Let me shrink this here. So all of this is just falsehood. Like I said, if we don't stand for anything, which we should stand for ourselves, for our existence, for our own way of being and existing without interference or whatsoever. So that's what we should stand on. That we are experience, our spiritual experience and our physical experiences coming together, allowing us to flourish, allowing us to innovate, to gain back our our world, gain back our world and our riches back to our community. Because us being integrated is a problem. Us being integrated and cowarding down to another group of people who don't have our best wishes in mind. So Okay, let's see.
You say, be alright.
The next discussion. Hold on, let me put this back over here.
You say, be alright.
I can hardly hear anything.
Is that something wrong? I mean, you feel like you did something wrong right now. No, come on. Come on, let's go out. I need my live one.
I got your live. Your clothes are right there behind you. You acting like a
What's up, G? Listen, you say one thing on your live. What? That's it. What? Huh? I got it. What's your what? I'm talking about. Hell. You ain't say nothing about that live? No. Sure. Oh, that's your live right now? That's my live. Yeah. Yeah. So now I'm gonna give you more views now. Hell yeah. No, I ain't say I was no child molester. They say I'm a child molester.
right.
I'm teaching about nature and natural living.
No, we're not.
I ain't say I was no child molester. That's what the trolls do. That's what they.
So this thing, you have to mindful with it's not on camera, you have to mindful with
No. We always on camera. Everything on record. That's why I record everything. That's why I'm
recording you, so you good?
Yeah, I record everything.
You good, man?
I'm always
Listen, you gotta be mindful what you say.
No,
We don't believe
in harming no kids. We don't believe in harming animals. We don't believe in harming the earth. We don't believe in harming human beings. We are peaceful people that teach meditation and living in tune with the universe. That's the opposite of what we're teaching. But that's the trouble. People that don't agree say that they bring cops over.
Benjamin Franklin warned you.
But that's what we've been going through. You know that.
Even though he made
That's
the
why
money.
I record everything.
And I say the money's evil.
I record everything.
You put your address online?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I want to bitch the truck.
You won't walk out of camera on that one.
Huh?
Made to go into
No, I
certain
want a nigga to
people's
try.
control.
My address is this is 2993. My shit is 2993 what? Trace Drive. Cater, Georgia. 3033. All we get is pizza and police.
Push the speed.
I don't know. I don't even eat pizza. They be serving us pizza. They be bringing pizza and the police here. I don't got a problem with the streets. I try to let them know there's some weird people behind the internet that, you know what I'm saying? There's weird people that don't like you behind the internet and they just call the police and I don't listen.
What you doing on TikTok?
No, I'm on TikTok. I'm on everything. I'm nature boy. I'm three
I know. I've seen some of your videos.
Oh yeah, you know.
I've seen some of your videos.
You know it's how it is. A lot. And I'm about to go viral again. I got a lot of followers. I'm on
TikTok. Ballpark.
TikTok, how much we got?
On TikTok? 33.
33 right now. But my videos is going viral. I just put it on TikTok.
I like 33 people, like 33 now, 33K.
30,000, but we got our following on together.
You got 90,000 on YouTube.
Yeah, like I'm a pretty kind of people, bro. But the thing is, I'm about to be more famous in a minute.
That's the only reason we out here.
Oh no, ain't no problem with no kids. We don't harm kids. We protect children. We protect children and women. We don't play no bullshit. And I let people know. Y'all can pull up on my address. I'm right here. You feel me? Y'all want to come touch me?
You can post a video later.
I just lied.
We live on Miko. Miko the app. That's what you need to get. Miko the new app.
So I see you money.
Now, they're not protecting that little boy that this God, 3 God, made his father say into the video that he puts no one over. Little baby father said he puts no one over this guy right here. That's how. But your child is everything. No one should go before your child. But yeah, he's sitting here saying that he protects children. And not only that, that child is not in the best environment. That child is not in a healthy environment. That child is in a traumatic environment. And as we know about children, they can sense. They may not. Children at that age, when they can sense their environment. And it's very, very dangerous for this baby to be in this environment. I'm not saying that they would harm him, but the things they're doing to each other is enough. The things they're doing, growing up in the 70s, people smoked marijuana, people smoked tobacco. These were things they were doing to themselves, not necessarily to the children in the household. Because they were doing it to themselves, they didn't know that it also affected the children in the household. This goes with everything. What they do in that house affects that baby. Especially when the baby's got a father with the mentality that he is worshiping this man called 3 God, religio, nature boy. So then that is a bad environment for this child. A horrible environment for this child. Let's see the next video.
And are participating in abuse. They're not confused. They are willingly participating.
This is one of their ex-members.
Carbonation allows them to express their demons. Allows them to reaffirm whatever sadistic beliefs that they have in their head. To continue to point the finger at white supremacy. What do y'all abuse black people? Y'all literally taking from the book of the slave masters and implementing those and implementing those actions into carbonation.
Quote unquote white supremacy.
So don't stop with the white fucking supremacy. Stop. The only reason y'all are even talking about fucking white supremacy right now is to distract from what the fuck is actually going on. That y'all are abusive, y'all are thieves, y'all are scammers. And you are liars. You will literally come online and smile in everybody's face and say, oh, we're actors. Acting how? Y'all not fucking acting. This is not acting.
That's their day-to-day
There
life.
have been people there that have left, that have opened up about their experience there. This is not fucking acting. None of them have said that they've been actors. Y'all are caught up and trying to save fucking face. But it's too late. It's too late. You want to blame, y'all want to say, oh, you locked the black man up. The black man. Now you want to make it about fucking race and how the woman is the destruction of the black family again, right? Instead of.
I heard today, I don't know whether it was Solar. One of them said that the audience, we locked up ourselves. We locked ourselves up. So the people, us people who view that, we take on, I guess he's saying that we take on the same ideologies that they take on just because we're the audience. And so he's saying that it hit me when he said, you're locking up yourself. And then he turned around and said, he contradicted himself. Because then he turned around and made it like individuals. So those who took in direct action towards his wrongdoings did not lock up themselves. He is not them people. We are not one in that kind of way of thinking. It doesn't exist. It only exists when you're living righteousness. But when you're living imbalance and off, you cannot say the group is at fault for setting you straight because it's an imbalance. And it comes from a person who thinks that somehow out here Caucasians got your best interest in mind. So you're gonna do the Caucasians' dirty deeds. Only Caucasians create these kind of groups. And ever since, we've always had some black man try to formulate what the Caucasian formulates. And that's to take our people away and put them in little groups. We follow everything we see them do. And it ends up being our downfall because we are the leaders. We should not be followers in anything demented and degenerate in a degenerate society. Because then they can take you with them. I forgot that movie I showed you guys a while back, where they put people in a capsule and then they woke up and everybody was stupid. The world was stupid, dumbed down, brainless, morons. That's what we're allowing them to drag us down to, morons. Because you follow everything the Caucasian does. The Caucasian wants many women, so our men want many women. The Caucasian used the woman's body as a sleeve for his caucus. So the black man wants to use the woman as a sock or a sleeve for his cock. The Caucasian man likes beautiful women, and he highlights the type of beautiful women he likes. So black men want those kind of women. See, our people are followers as a whole. And this is just sad. Let me see what he's talking about. I usually don't follow Taz, but I follow him, but I can't hear anything.
They were so proud. I was just having fun. It was just a parody. Those were skits. I didn't really mean it. I got a black mama. Yeah, that shit hit different when them feds hit that dough. It was fun talking shit to Taz, wasn't it? And I was trying to tell you dumbass niggas. Now you really got a reason to complain about the white man. Now the white man all in your business for real. I want to see how much you complain about the white man now. I find it very interesting that these the same group of men that's been playing so fucking tough. Talking so big on here.
All right, he's not talking about much information. I thought he would give me some information, but
Taking accountability.
okay. Okay, here we
Noon
go.
at 6 tonight,
I got
DeKalb County
something.
police have taken an accused cult leader into custody. And tonight, that man faces a number of charges, including rape and false imprisonment. Fox 5's Portia Bruner has spent the day looking into the case and joins us now with what she's learned. Portia?
Yeah, very interesting case here, Russ. I can tell you first off, Eligio Bishop, 40 years old, is being held here at the DeKalb County Jail behind me without bond, charged with some very serious crimes. Critics call the organization Carbonation a cult. I spoke to several members today who were all there yesterday when he was arrested, and they call him God, literally.
God is a very loving being. He's very caring. He's very holy.
The women and men who belong to the organization called Carbonation believe their leader, 40-year-old Eligio Bishop, is literally God. And they insist he should never have been arrested by DeKalb County Police Wednesday night at this home they say he rents here on Arbor Trace near La Vista Road. They were all here when police showed up unexpectedly.
I came outside. Police were circling with the helicopter I seen first. Then I come to the front window. We see they're outside with guns pointed at the doors, pointing at the windows.
This is a revolving door, and you can come in and out as you please. No one is going to hold you against your will here.
But DeKalb County investigators say a woman who left this organization recently made very serious accusations about the mistreatment of women. After a search warrant was executed, Eligio was charged with rape, false imprisonment, and prohibition on nude or sexually explicit electronic transmissions. He's currently being held at the DeKalb County Jail without bond.
We teach sexual education and we believe in nudity.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the charges that's trying to be brought against my chief is for revenge porn But the female that was here, the woman that was here, she gave consent to actually release it for sexual education. It's not just like porn. It's for educational purposes.
Everything that happens sexually happens among adults.
Correct.
Consenting adults.
Correct.
I did speak at length with the women there. They said that many women come and go from this organization because they don't necessarily like what they discover about themselves, and say that this is another targeted attack against Mr. Bishop. Of course, police are saying they're still investigating what happens inside the home there and what happens to the women who say they leave because they've been sexually mistreated. We'll continue to work on the story and have more developments as they come into Fox 5 News. Reporting live at the DeKalb County Jail, Portia Bruner, Fox 5 News.
All right, some chilling stuff there. Portia, thanks very much.
It's sad. It's really sad. But if you don't stand for anything, which the only thing we should be standing for, I was right, you know. But I believe, you know, I see we're coming through. And it's going to be a victory. I know it is. Because I was one that said I wouldn't submit to the societal ways. I didn't want a house. I didn't want a car. I didn't want the average life. I didn't want none of that. Because, and then I deeply see why. I see why. Because we all know that this is not our way of existing. This is not our way of being. And it's like when you lose or when you've given something to believe, like religion, of course it makes you feel like, I don't want this, I don't want anything. But my spirituality, my natural spirituality says, you got the power. You keep it moving. You do what's natural to you. You get married. You have children. Because guess what? The energies are for you. The energies are for you. You do the right things. You find your... No, not today. It's Friday. Close the door. Because guess what? You have on your side. You got the... Hold on. You're always trying to do this. Always trying to... Oh, I can't find it. Okay, there we go. Oh, I used to love... Here we go. Hopefully this is the one I like to have.
At Mint Mobile, we're always looking for innovative ways to save you money, so you can keep paying 15.
Okay. Because you got the power. You got the power, believe it or not. But what happens is they make you think that because once you go into religion, once you go into their ways of thinking, their way of existing, you gotta have your own way of existing, and that's by your spirituality that they have robbed us of. Our creativity, our innovativeness. You got the power to make decisions. On your relationship. Your career, your skills, what you're good at, what you're good for, what are you here for, your purpose. Your mind. I talked to a young girl who was in foster care. She's a Caucasian child, but she has not allowed the world to break down her way of thinking, her bubbliness. She lives with a black family, but she has not allowed what in the foster care. This is what they do to your children. They break down their thinking and try to make them become what they want to. But people can come and try to break you down. But you're still happy, you're still bubbly, you still, no matter what roadblocks come your way, you're still moving forward.
Quality, I possess no free impressed with my voice won't do the rest of the microphone that I am holding. Copywritten lyrics on the air, beats stolen and they all snap. No nigga police will try to say them, your voice is sick. So please, stay off my back or I will attack. And you don't want that.
Your personality, who you're supposed to be in this world. The circumstances you should not allow the circumstances to steal that away from you. Keep yourself, hold yourself, because this world wants to steal it. You don't have to look at another person that walks and talks with nose, mouth, and ears, eyes like you and think that somehow they have a God in them that's going to lead you someplace. You believe yourself. You will change your own world. My world isn't dependent upon the world outside of me. That's your true spirituality. But they take it away from us in this society and give us the set box, set on the ground, this box. They want you to go inside of it. And unfortunately, some of our people, I said, this world that is not our world, to them this world is God. They do everything for it. They want you to think that they have the power. Nothing outside you has the power but you. Stop giving your power to those weak things outside of you. You have the power. Don't rely on those weak things outside of you. They rely on you. You give the energy, you give the power. You need to use it for yourself. All right, family. Whew. What's it say? Okay, they're having trouble with my YouTube, my one thing. Let's see. Save changes. Okay, it's still acting up. But anyways, let me read some excerpts from my new book. This is Being Your Higher Self. Being Your Higher Self. Let's look at that. Because they really, our people need to be lifted out of the low-level knowledge that they've been given. Okay, the one I'm going to read is Choosing Your Reality, Creating a Probable Future. Futures. That is 2018. And I think Sunday, I'm going to continue part 12 of The Intuitionist and part 5 of Mansa Musa. Because you do have the power, and meditation is powerful, family. Meditation is very powerful. This is a book by Senya Roman. Senya Roman. Actually, let me put it on the thing so that you can see what I'm talking about. This is my new book, Spiritual Growth, Being Your Higher Self. And it's by, as you can see, Senya Roman. Senya Roman. And we are looking at choosing your reality, creating probable, and it's you know, we don't live, you shouldn't live on someone else's time. You shouldn't live on somebody else's way of thinking, way of existing, way of being, because that keeps us, that might hold back your energy. It does nothing for our energies. What you choose to do does nothing for my energies. How you choose to be, I'm living under you. You know, I'm living under you. I'm not living my purpose, and we're not meant to really be like that. We're not really meant to be like that. Here, Shana. Shana. What'd you do? I don't know how to put it in there. Why don't you take it out? Take it out of there. Get it.
The pink pen.
It's getting all over the place.
Yeah, it got on my leg.
Take it. Because I'm doing a video and I'm talking. Hold on. Oh, just know that if you can see it, smell it, taste it, hear it, smell it, that it might not be, you have to discern it, because it may not be good for you. So to grow spiritually, it is important to know you create your own reality. You create your own reality, okay? A major turning point in your growth comes when you begin to take responsibility for everything that happens. Because we do make mistakes, we make decisions. That's why I say the most important thing in our spirituality is, what decisions are we going to make? Our decisions for our mate. We got to take responsibilities for that. But let me throw this in there. Now we have to start taking responsibility. Before, we didn't have that control to take responsibility. Hey, Nikki Justice on the run. Happy Friday to you too, sister. So what I'm saying is, we felt under control by a people in their system. That is in itself is wickedness. That is wickedness. Us, the fact that we had to fall under their control, them mating us, forcing us to mate for their own benefit in slavery, all that hindered our spirituality. So now knowledge has opened up for us that we have to spread around. Knowledge has opened up that so that we can overcome and become in our powers, in our light, and overcome the boundaries that were set to keep us stagnated and not grow. So we have to recreate our own world. Once we do that, we create our own world. Once we've enlightened ourselves to certain knowledge, we start thinking that a man controls everything. We stop thinking that politics somehow is going to. We stop thinking that white people somehow are going to change because we know the nature never change. We stop thinking that, this is our world. We realize that this is not our world. I realized that I felt like I've been really, really hindered. But then I think about the things I've told you guys in the past, like how I've always felt spiritual. I've always had that nagging, that decision making higher self there. There's been times I didn't listen. I have to take full responsibility for that. Even as a child, because I wasn't alone. We're never alone. We weren't alone. We had someone there. We had something there within us to tell us, to sense, because it was our nature. But because we grew up in a world that tells you that you need to learn right and wrong from somebody when you're not taught that from birth, when you should be knowing that from birth. I remember my daughter, my 6-year-old, we were talking about something. And I was like, did you have to have somebody to tell you that? She said, no. She always known that. It was something about a little thing, basic knowledge. Oh, I think it was something to do with something being right or wrong. And I was like, you don't need anybody to teach you that, right? You knew that already. Because I see her and she does not mistreat people. It's just natural within her to be like that, personality wise. So that personality, you don't want to hinder that kind of people's personality at all. And that is to, stop them from being their best or striving to be their best selves or their higher self. So a major turning point in your growth comes when you begin to take your responsibility for everything that happens. When you realize that it's possible to create the life you want.
Fix my emote.
I can't.
Fix my emote. 1 insect.
You're gonna say please?
Please.
Here. And you're disturbing me. And turn it down. It messed up because you didn't listen to me, right?
Okay.
So it's gonna mess up again if you keep on. Listen. And cut it down. Close my door. So even if you don't yet know how you and your higher self become the captain of your ship, you become the captain of your ship. I feel sorry for those people that are in that group because don't they know how great they are as individuals? Do they not know how great they can be? They can be beautiful and great. They've been hindered. I don't care. He uses astrology. He's using it to abuse people because that's the Caucasian's way of working with it. Talking about, this you mate with this and this and that. No, we're all personalities. We're all of these signs in different times. And when you feel it, that's your natural spirituality. When you feel it, that's just your natural spirituality. You create your reality through your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and intent, which determine your vibrations and thus the people, objects, events, and circumstances you attract to your life. Your emotions and your intent determine how fast you get what you're thinking about. And not always. This is powerful, family. Think in your mind what you want. I don't care if a bank denies you. There's going to be 10 million other companies waiting for you. I don't care if a store discriminates and says we don't want you here. You don't even have to waste your time with them. Why would you want to be there? There's 10 million other stores that'll welcome you. That's just the way it is. Thus, the people, objects, events, and circumstances you attract to your life. You attract those things to your life. When you really, really focus on some things that you really want in your life, that's when you're using your power. Your power to attract that into your life. Because what you're doing is in your mind, you're going to formulate that. You're going to actually put it into physical motion because that's what you really, really want. And you have a way of getting what you want if you firmly know this to be true. I don't care if you're a poor man on the street with nothing but a penny. If he's focused, if he starts focusing and meditating and knowing his condition, feeling his condition, living within his conditions, then he's going to suddenly pop out and start putting in motion what he wants to live, how he wants to live. And that life that he's living on the streets is nothing to him. And the life of living in a house is nothing to him. But his spiritual needs will take over and formulate into his physical needs. He's going to start living that great life. He's going to start having that great spot to live and appreciate it even more because he and his own powers manifested that for himself. And he pulled the energies to obtain that for himself. For your inner world of thoughts and feelings creates your outer world. Yes. So in our case, our outer world is affecting our inner world. I know today my outer world was really affecting, I allow it to affect my inner world. I'm like the opposite, the total opposite of way it should be. You can choose any reality you want because there is a time lag between your thoughts and their appearance in your reality. Some people do not realize they create their reality. Sometimes, we have those down times. And everything may look bland and hopeless. But that's the time when you go into thought. That's the best time to go into thought and to have a conversation with yourself about the way you're feeling and the thinking and what is influencing it. And then from there, you have to change it. You have to that's going to have to change. That's going to have to become a new reality for you. Some people do not yet realize they create their reality. Now, you cannot tell people to follow you because they don't have no hope in the world. You're educating people because they need to know that they have control over their own reality. And you're living an experience that you don't want to miss one moment of your own experience. And sometimes you can miss the moments of your experience. Like these people are living as a group in carbonation, and they're missing out on their individual experience, purpose of life. It's not to be here for this young 40-year-old boy named Eligio that they call Three God. It's not to be here for him. It's to be here for themselves, to go on the journey, to evade and get above the nonsense that is trying to pull us into their dimension. Because I told you all, we're in two different dimensions. We got interdimensional beings. And we got a lot of them on the planet. But for the most part, you have the low energy beings, and you have us high energy beings, melanated people, the high energy beings. And as you can see, when you're in the lower state, this is what you deal with. You deal with all your physical needs. You thinking you're going to maintain it by physical means. And he portrays it as a spiritual. But if you're getting it from the people and it's not your own ingenuity, your own energy that's attracting this, you're attracting money by means of other people's energy. And you're like it's like a bloodsucker, a vampire. Like we live amongst who are in the low dimension, vampires. Until recently, the existing mass belief that has been that people are at mercy of vast, uncontrollable forces. Not us. As a people, I can happily say that we don't have unseen forces that control us. We're not controlled by unseen forces. We're controlled by a barometer. We have a whole control system within us. Our barometer, our higher self, and our astrology, our signs. Because we go into different ones at different times. And we deal with the sun and we deal with the moon. So we're dealing with the cosmos. And we have strong times and we have our weakness. So we deal with our weakness. And sometimes we're in our strong periods of life, in our astrology, in our cosmology. So many of your culture and social structures are designed to protect you against these forces. The thought that you create your own reality is sweeping through the minds of millions. All those who are searching and awakening to their higher selves are becoming aware that they create their own reality. It is being shared in dream states and through each person's higher self. The more I go on into the future, the more it's revealed to me about my dream I had. Because that dream was a turning point for me. It said that I was fighting. I was in a battle, I was in a war. And that war wasn't just what I was dealing with on outside in the outside world, it was spiritual. So being that it was within the cosmos where it was dark, pitch black dark. And then there was this place I see with the wall, and the souls are going back and trying to save physical beings, physical bodies. They were bringing back to save them. So basically, when I read this, it tells me that at the time I needed to really change my mind. I needed to change my mind from that lower reality I was in to realize there was a higher, better reality for me, a better existence, and that reality I was living did not have no power over me whatsoever. It just didn't have the power that I thought existed. The power really existed with me. I made decisions. Your positive thoughts and beliefs can make a contribution to others. As you believe that you create your own reality and take responsibility for your life, your telepathic broadcast of this goes out to others. It shows on you. It shows on you. Like I was saying about the little baby, he can sense things. We have a psychic way of sensing, not just by we got other ways of sensing things. So people see you and they can feel your energy. And it is broadcast for everybody to really see. They can really see it. And just by you being in their presence, they know that you the one you creating your own reality over here. That's what you do. And they can feel that. And that's inspiring. Very inspiring. Um, Your thoughts that you create your own reality are assisting others in knowing this and taking control of their own lives. Your beliefs and positive pictures are added to the collective. Your knowledge and your positive pictures are added to the collective pool of consciousness and are then available for others to tap into as they grow. Thoughts held in common by masses of people determine the way the world works. Oh, yes. The minds all together. Once the minds come together and they decide, can you imagine everybody creating a reality, great higher self realities, and those minds been put together and overcoming this world, overtaking this world the way it is. Thoughts held in common by masses of people determine the way your world works. As more and more people understand that you create your own reality, many major changes will occur in your society. Understanding that the way you think, yes, you can reflect, you can affect people. I mean, you can be a world changer out here. You can really be a world changer out here. There's all kinds of, we got to be innovative people. We got to think of things. And thinking of these things are great things that are going to pull us out of the rut that this world is in, that we are in. You know, pull us out of that rut because we're correcting the nonsense. We're We're wiping out the nonsense because we're dealing with it head on and recreating our realities. Recreating our realities. So, family, this is a really good book. Choosing Your Reality. That's enough. I have talked a lot today. Thank you, Justice. I'm second one. G-Man didn't tell me what happened to, y'all didn't tell me what happened to Keith. Like I said, I searched everywhere. General Mosquito. I'm still searching. Maybe you come on later on today. Terry, Kramature. Oh, y'all. Monica. All of y'all. So thank you guys. And let's leave out with this tune. Oops. Right. Say oops upside the head. So oops upside your head. Oops upside your head.
The Zaxby's Family Pack with your choice of 20 fingers or 30 boneless wings. Only at Zaxby's.
We're both working from home. The high-speed internet is absolutely critical. Get Fios, the 100% fiber optic network with upload speeds as fast as downloads.
Here we go.
Say oops upside your head.
Say oops upside your head.
Say oops.
Okay, I'm gonna try to play it better than that.
Upside your head. Say oops 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 upside your head.
I'm back at you again.
Upside your head.
Radio station is
WGAP. Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head.
Now on all you gappers and you finger snappers, you toe tappers, and you love lappers, I want y'all to say this with me. Say
oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head.
Say it loud.
Say oops upside your head.
Alexa.
Say oops upside your head.
Say it loud.
Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head.
Say it to something.
Upside your head. Say oops upside your head.
Hold on. I'm gonna try to play it better than sounding than that before we leave out of here. Let me fix it.
In the Alexa app, go to Settings, and then TV and Video to get started.
Play Marissa's iPhone.
To control a video device,
Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head.
I'm back at you again.
Upside your head.
Radio station is WGAP.
Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head.
Now on all you gappers and you finger snappers, you toe tappers, and you love lappers, I want y'all to say this with me. Say it.
Upside your head. Say oops upside your head.
Say it loud.
Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head.
Say it loud.
Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head.
Pay attention to something.
Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Say bigger the headache, the bigger the pill. Say the bigger the doctor, the bigger the bill. Say it loud. Upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Jack was slicker than Jill. He took Jill up the hill. Now he's gonna say it for you. Jack and Jill went up the hill. Half a little fun. Stupid and Jill got uphill. And now they got a son. Stupid don't believe that. Go make them say the thing. Now then, I'm coming to you now. And it's fun. Still on the wall. Having fun. Upside your head, say oops upside your head. 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 I be the big troll on the bridge. Everything we do, let them up. Upside your head. Say oops upside the troll on the bridge. Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Watch out. Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Say oops. Love life. So tight. Take a step. All you got is take it. Upside your head. Say oops. Every time we do is hit on the wall. Say oops upside your head. Now see this groove. Groove on. Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Say oops. I said, wait a minute. I don't believe it. Don't believe it. It's fucking habit party. Don't believe that I want to dance. It's coming to you live from Gainesville, USA. Better than the average Seville, USA. Oh! Just because you don't believe that I want to dance. Don't believe that I don't want to dance. I did. Well, there's disco, there's solo, and as we all know, there's fuck to go. Dance to the sucker. Go! Under the bridge. Just because you don't believe that I want to dance. Whatever you don't believe that I don't want to dance. Jack was looking at Jill. Tell him again. Oh! Jack and Jill went up the hill. They had a little fun. Don't believe that. Stupid Jill got uphill. And now they have a song. Oh! Don't believe that I want to dance. Don't believe that I don't want to dance. Change my groove. Watch out. Ooh, what's that? It's Hogan Habit Farm. Hit me with a warning thing. Oh! Side to head, say side out here. Say, what's up, what you think? Side to head, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all, see it? Side to head, say it again. I could hear you. Side to head, oh! Side to head, say it loud. Side to head, say side to head. Say side to head, say side head. I'm dead, dump it, sit on the wall. I'm dead, jump it, have a great ball. I may be trapped on the way. Oh! Side to head, say side to head. Say side to head, say side to head. The bigger the head, the bigger the pill. The bigger the doctor, the bigger the pill. It goes, it runs in. I'm still on the one. Side to head, say side to head. That it, what I say? Don't get that no more. Say, don't believe side to head, say side to head. Don't get that no more. Don't believe you want to get a hard dance. Don't be that no more. If you want to get a hard dance, drown you in this funk. Don't believe you want to get a hard dance. Don't be that no more. If you want to get a hard dance. Maybe have a little man, people play it slow. Yes, very much. She took my snow. Oh!